Hey KW family, it's Jessica Borden, and I am going to be bringing you guys a class called the KW app. Customize your consumer experience with the KW app. This is actually one really long class that I'm breaking into 3 sessions. So we're going to be covering one topic broken into 3 pieces. That hopefully will be something that you guys can easily digest and get your KW mobile app up and running and optimized and into the hands of your consumers, especially during this time that we're facing right now where we're socially distanced and we really want to make sure that we're still providing value and tools for those people who do need to buy or sell a home. There's still people out there who have to make these transactions happen, and that's why we are an essential business here to serve them. So, a couple of things you guys are going to need for this course. You're going to need the companion worksheet. I'm actually going to open my computer and show you the companion worksheet. I will be posting this in the Facebook group as a file, and you'll be able to access it from there. And if you have any trouble accessing it, just reach out to me and let me know. This is the entire worksheet right here is 3 pages. You're going to need this. You're really not going to need this until the second session of our class, but I want you to go ahead and get it, access it, save it to your computer so you've got it. The other thing you're going to need is access to KW Command. So just make sure that you know how to log in to agent.kw.com with your MyKellerWilliams username and password. Those are a couple things that you guys are going to need to have in order to get going. So I'm going to get in here and turn on my slideshow. Okay, so we're just going to dive right in. So what we know is that consumers will be ready to engage in real estate transactions about every 10 years. Sometimes less, sometimes more, average around 7 to 10 years. The challenge of real estate the challenge for the real estate agent, is staying present in your consumers' lives at every stage of the transaction and at every stage in between those transactions. You want to stay in contact, not just when the consumer wants or needs to transact, but at each and every point along the way. The solution to that challenge is your KW mobile app. People do business with people they like and whoever is closest in emotional proximity to them. Your KW app is a unique solution because it allows for one-to-one communication inside of an application centered around the consumer's experience and enhanced by the value of the service that you provide. Your KW app provides your consumer on-demand information about real estate and a real estate transaction, a direct pathway connecting with you without having to leave their ecosystem, and ways to save, like, and even hide properties that they don't want to see. What really sets your KW app apart from anyone else is that through Command, you can see what the consumer is doing and how they're using your app. In this first section of the course, you will get to see how your KW app and Command are connected and what activities you can see your consumer engaging in. So first, let's talk about accessing your KW mobile app. So you're going to want to go and download the KW app to your device. That's going to be either your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store. You're going to go in there and search for the Keller Williams Realty app and then follow the prompts to download that app and accept the terms and conditions as necessary. From there, you're going to want to follow the directions of the app when you open it. It's either going to ask you to log in or to create an account. Just want you guys to know something very important about this app that kind of sets it apart from the app that we used to use. There is no separate agent login. An agent will need to log in on their own account and make sure they're associated with themselves. So what does that mean? First, you're going to have to create your login account before you can log in, since there's no already existing login and password. So when you first go to the mobile app, you're going to see a screen that is going to have the KW in the middle. It's going to be kind of a blue background, kind of looks like it has the night sky in the background. And it's going to say sign up or log in. You're going to click the blue colored sign up button, and you're going to enter your name, first name and last name, your email address, and create a password and confirm. And then from there, it's going to pop up and say you're all set. So from there, once you're all set, you're going to be able to navigate to the far right icon on the bottom of the screen. It's going to have your initials and like a head and shoulders, like a little person, where you're going to go there and you'll be able to then make sure that the app is associated with you. So once you have the app and you're signed in and you're using it like a consumer, start to engage with your KW app. Get to know the activities your consumers can choose to do. See your customization through your consumers' eyes. And then share your app from within the app to them. What's really important is that you must be logged into your KW app as a consumer to share your app from within. Logging in before sharing ensures that your branding is going to carry over and you'll be able to see consumer engagement with your app. When your consumers create accounts and log in, you will be able to track their engagement with the app. We've not ever been able to do this before. If your consumer shares your app with a collaborator or co-buyer, they will also be captured as a lead inside of your KW command once they've created their account. You're going to be able to see all of their engagement with your KW app directly inside of KW command. It's something totally different than what we've ever done before. So if you share your app from within and you're not logged in as your consumer account, it's not going to carry the branding over. The consumer is not going to be associated with you once they download the app if you're sharing it without being logged in. So just make sure that you're signed in, signed up, signed in, and you've got yourself in there as the agent under your agent before you start sharing. So in the second and third sections of this course, we're going to enjoy some further customization and understand some different options inside the consumer applet in Command so that you're able to start to understand how to take this kind of cookie cutter version that everyone has of the mobile app and truly make it your own for your consumers. So the goal of this course is so that you can make a plan of how you can use your KW app to talk to your buyers and your sellers about real estate transactions. It's a way that you can easily guide your clients through transactions. And in order to achieve the goal of this course, we're going to follow this downloadable companion worksheet, and we're going to talk through a lot of different things that it's going to make easier for you as you set up buyer and seller guides and as you deploy a marketing program for your app. We're going to achieve all of these things throughout these 3 sessions. So what to expect? These are the 3 sessions that we're going to be going through. What is the KW app? We're going to outline buyer and seller processes, and we're going to promote your KW app. So today, we're going to be talking about what is the KW app. So what we know is that a person will move every 7 to 10 years, sometimes 3 years. It's anywhere from 3 to 10 years. It just really depends on their life cycle, right? And that's why it's important to stay in emotional proximity with our databases, because when clients are ready to transact, we want them to think about you. We want them to think about you as the agent, right? So the KW app is the last piece of the Keller Williams technology ecosystem, and it's connecting the consumer and the agent. Command is streamlining the transactions for our agents from lead to close. This app is creating a streamlined transaction for the consumer as well. It's making it easier for them to understand what's coming next. I think one of the biggest challenges that we've had in the real estate industry is staying on top of what's happening next, because our consumers don't necessarily want an on-demand real estate agent. They want on-demand real estate information. They don't want you to be able to be reached at 11 o'clock at night, really. They want to be able to get the information at 11 o'clock at night. So Keller Williams has always believed that the agent has to be the center of the real estate transaction. And that includes with technology. So why are we letting other apps come between us and our customers? That's an interesting thought process, because I think so often we just know and assume that they're using other apps, and we don't take kind of an intervention, into that process and say, hey, let's look at this app right here. Let's use my app. And I think before, the reasons why we didn't do that is because we didn't have the connectivity in order to see what the consumer was doing in a real time fashion. Whereas now that game has really changed. So, our KW app is delivering some really profound consumer insights. And it's offering you guys a countless number of customization and personalization options. And really, we're we're leading the industry, guys. I mean, I don't know how other to say it, is that we're leading the industry with what we're doing. So I would say that we really need to be focused on how this app can be a tool for our customers, how it can be a win for all of us. Because, a person's phone, it's a remote control for their lives. I mean, think about it. All of the things that we do on a daily basis, we kind of joke about there's an app for that, which was, the old Apple commercial. But it's true because with the KW app, we have a button on the remote control of people's lives. That remote control, we're now, like some of those smart TVs you guys have in your homes or you've seen that have the remotes that say Hulu or Netflix or Amazon Prime. They already have the buttons labeled on the remote control. We have a button with a big KW on their remote control. So let's think about how powerful that could be for us, right? Just like we have the power to watch Netflix with a touch of a button, or Hulu or Amazon, our clients are now having the power of all of the information from the MLS through the KW app right here at their fingertips. So, I mean, I get a little bit excited when I start talking about this because it's a really interesting concept, right? So let's think about, what can our consumer do? So looking at the app, what can they do? What's in it for them, right? So you have a whole new means to communicate with your customers and clients. They have a whole new way of connecting with you. They can search for real estate, and not only just by, a zip code. They can search by neighborhood, they can search by city, they can search by school district and address. So the school district, I haven't seen that working in our area yet, and I know that that's coming. Create collections. So collections are a way that they can put a little heart on houses and say, I love this one. And they can create different kinds of collections, maybe homes that are close to work or homes that are close to school or, homes near dog parks or whatever. So they can also hide homes that don't stand out to them. They can say, no, I just really don't like that one. I don't like the layout. And they can hit the little eye with the line through it, and it hides it from them. They can follow the agent-curated transactional experience. That's hard for me to say, but they're going to have guides where they're able to follow along with a buying guide or a selling guide that's curated by you. So they will always know what's happening next. They're going to be able to collaborate inside the app by sharing collections and adding co-buyers. And the co-buyers can collaborate on collections that they've curated or the other people have created. They can have discussions back and forth. They can create collections between the two, and they can view all of the guides inside of the KW app just like the initial person who initiated the app transaction, right? So if I download the app and I share the app with my husband as a co-buyer, he would be able to then use the app in the same method that I was, fully functional, and he'll be able to get all of the real-time information just like I will. And lastly, they're going to learn what it's like to live in a neighborhood and track that real estate market over time using the market snapshot data that we use and provide through the KW app. So on the flip side, what can we do? What can the agent do? So as a client interacts with their unique KW app, you're going to be able to enhance their experience by informing them on how to find hyper-local data for neighborhoods that they're interested in. You're going to be able to craft curated buying and selling guides that clients follow throughout the transaction. You're going to be able to view the contacts that have engaged with your app. and see through command how your clients are viewing homes and having conversations about real estate. So you're going to have better conversations because of the things you're able to see. So how can we as the agents manage the relationships, right? How do we manage that? Now that you can see your clients are interacting with their app inside of Command, we're going to have an ability to see how they're using their app in real time. That's going to allow us to automatically have a better level of maintenance of our relationships with our database. We're going to have a 30,000-foot view into the world with our database. We're really going to have the opportunity to review all of the activities that are on the screen inside their contact record, to give them visibility within the contact, to know when they've associated with the app and registered. We're going to know when they viewed listings and then see those listings inside their contact record in Command. And there's quite a few things that are coming soon. So we're going to not only just be able to see what they viewed, we're going to see what they have shared, things that they have edited in collections they have shared with others, the whole collection list as favorites. We're going to be able to see the searches that they've saved. There's a whole lot of things that are coming soon that we're going to be able to do. So we're also going to be able to know when the clients last interacted with the app by looking at KW Command and seeing the date listed in the last visited column in the command contacts. So not only are we going to have the visibility of what they've done, we're going to know when they did it and when they were last on, which is really powerful. So I've had a lot of people ask me, why is this game changing? Like, why is this different? We currently face the challenge of managing multiple channels of communication with clients who are already using competing sources of information to self-educate. Zillow, anybody remember that big Z word? The KW app is more than really just a replacement for an alternative search engine. And although it's doing that really well, it's also your tool to guide your buyers and sellers through the process, communicate with clients, and be hyper-informed as your client wants something and their needs and desires are changing, right? As everything is changing fluidly, because right now maybe they were pre-approved for a certain price of home, but now one of the two people in the household is not working. That's going to deeply affect how they're able to purchase their home, but maybe they still have to purchase a home now. So as their needs and wants evolve, we're going to be able to evolve with them. The KW app is opening a powerful search engine that's giving clients insights into what it's like to live in a neighborhood, which is really something that hasn't been done before. And I won't say it won't be done again, but it has not been done before. I mean, Zillow does not give them the insights that we are able to give them. And that's through our partnership with Nextdoor. And we're going to be able to track the real estate market over time, which makes us smarter and more able to give valuable insights to the consumers and understand the choices that they're making, the types of property that they're clicking on, the neighborhoods they're looking at. Everything is captured and reflected back in Command. So you're knowing exactly what they want, and you're able to make better informed suggestions and recommendations. So one of the main features inside your KW app is Guide. You guys are going to be able to create guides for your buyers and sellers, and it allows them to track where they are in the real estate transaction. Each guide is customizable so that you can curate the experience for your clients. You're able to customize the guides in the consumer applet in Command. I'm actually going to hop out of this slideshow and go to the consumer applet in Command so that you're able to see what I'm talking about. So now I'm in the Command website and clicking on Consumer. So the guide builder right here is going to be where you're able to do all the level of customization that you want to do to the guide. But the first thing that you're going to want to do is to focus on the Kelly Guide for walking through setup of your mobile app. So when I click on Site and App Settings inside of Consumer, there's a button right here that says Learn More with Kelly Guides. It has Agent Site and Consumer Setting Kelly Guides. So your Consumer Setting Kelly Guide is going to be where you're going to start. I'm going to walk through all of that in session 2. I just wanted to go ahead and give you a quick preview of that information. Okay. So thinking about the guide, it's the main feature that we're really going to focus on in session 2. And it's going to allow you to customize your client's experience. And at any moment, clients can log in and view where their transaction is in the process. In addition to the upcoming steps, right? So not just where we are today, but what's coming down the pike, what's coming soon. So throughout the transaction, you can reach out to your clients with recommendations, documents, follow-up information, and help them navigate every moment of their buying and selling process easily. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and talk about taking some action. So the Kelly Guide in Consumer Settings, which is where I was just showing you, you guys can go there where I just showed you, or you can use these steps right here in order to complete those pieces. So you can navigate to agent.kw.com and log in, or you can navigate to go.kw.com/app setup to access the Kelly Guide directly. But if you guys are using agent.kw.com and going to the consumer applet, going into site and app settings, and then going to learn more with Kelly Guides, consumer, then you're going to be able to get to the exact same place. So it just depends on which route you want to take to get there. So your homework assignment for this first session, before you move into session 2, is to review the Kelly Guide Part 1 and then complete the Kelly Guide Part 2 on consumer settings. So I'm going to go ahead and give you that quick demonstration for you to be able to go in and do this between this time and the next session. So before you guys log in and start watching session 2, you want to complete these 2 steps. So remember, I was on KW Command and I went to the consumer. I'm going to leave this real quick. I went to the consumer applet in the lower left corner. And then I navigated to Site and App Settings, Learn More with Kelly Guides, Consumer Settings, and I'm going to click Continue. If you get this bar that says Leave Site, go ahead and click Leave. So, steps 1 and 2. This piece right here is steps 1 and 2, education and consumer settings. So the first thing that I want you guys to do is I want you guys to read what you should expect to get out of this guide. Learn how to set up and customize your client's experience. Set up your KW app. So you're going to go to your app and get yourself signed up and signed in and make sure that you are the agent on your app. Then I want you to be prepared for next time to customize your guides. Go ahead and go to the Facebook group and download this companion worksheet right here, okay, so that you'll be ready for next time. And then the final step, which is session 3 of this class, is marketing your app. So getting your app prepared to be deployed as a smart plan to your consumers so that they are able to get it downloaded. So the best way to get it into the hands of multiple consumers is using your smart plans. So read this bit right here and then make sure to go ahead and click Get Started. The second piece of step 1, education, is get the most of your KW app. Want to learn more before you get started? Select an option below. So if you would like to learn more about all of these 3 pieces that we're going to be going through throughout this course, creating the premium app experience, customizing and launching the app to lay the groundwork for lifelong client relationships, managing client relationships, keeping clients relaxed and informed every step of the way on on-demand information and real-time updates, and text, social, email, print. There are so many ways to get your app out there and to level up your lead generation. So I want you guys to look at these. Go ahead and click the Learn More buttons and read through and see the information that's there so that you have all of the education necessary under your belt before you move to session 2, where we start working on the guides. If you guys want to learn more, I definitely recommend going to the live stream schedule or on-demand videos on Connect Live. Connect Live is a massive resource to you, and there's so many amazing trainings happening daily, Monday through Friday, as well as on-demand training that you can watch at your own schedule and your own time. So once you guys have walked through these 2 pages of education, looking at all of the links available to you, go ahead and click the next button. So this is the client settings. Build a client experience that's up to date on both your new app and your new agent site. Quick caveat, if you have not created your agent site, you're going to want to create that before you walk through this Kelly guide. If you have any questions or concerns, visit my YouTube channel, Jessica Borden on YouTube, and I've got a video explaining how to set up your website on that YouTube channel. So, and I also know there's plenty of information, and I'm about to show you some resources for all of that right after I finish this. So hang tight if you need some more resources on your website. So on this screen right here, number 2, consumer settings. What you're really doing is you're creating a landing page for the internet that's a URL, right? This is a URL up here, this area right here. We're creating a URL for your consumers if they were navigating to your website, how to get to your app through a website, okay? So when you go to app download, you'll click this blue arrow, and it's going to open up some information. Your app download landing page. So you're going to customize your app download landing page so clients can download your app and start working with you immediately. The hero text. Hero text is the information that's showing right here next to this picture of the app. And this is just what I came up with. You're absolutely welcome to rip off and duplicate that if you like it, or come up with something else, or leave the text that's there when you guys first navigated here. So then there's a couple other pieces of information. Your app URL. If you are newer to Keller Williams, your app URL may look a little bit different than mine, and that's okay. If your app URL looks like mine, that's okay too. Just make sure that you do not copy this app URL and begin to share it, or put this app URL on your phone. This app URL is for my personal mobile app. As you know, I am licensed and not practicing. However, I do still have a mobile app, so I don't want you guys to download my app and start sharing my app to others, because I wouldn't know who to send the referral to. So I definitely recommend that you guys get in here and take a look at this. And if you want to copy this URL and save it somewhere so that you know how to get people to your URL, you can. So I'm actually going to copy it, and I'm going to show you what this page looks like. Okay. So the app text code. People can text to receive their app, right? People can text to receive your app. They can use the code that's here. Remember, this is my personal text code. You do not want to use this one. You can text this code or your code to 87778, and it will send back a URL to your phone that you can click on to download the mobile app. So again, there's a couple different ways that people can get your mobile app without having it shared directly to them, right? So I just wanted to make sure I explained those. So from here, you can click Save and Continue. And that is going to bring you to number 3. So step 3 is going to be the piece that we walk through in the next video, in session 2. So step 3, this is going to be what we cover in session 2, session 2. And then steps 4 and 5 are what we'll cover in session 3. All right, so I just want to show you a couple of resources that you guys have. Where to get help. So where do you get help, right? Where do we get help? So I highly recommend you guys visiting, let me go right here, answers.kw.com. Answers.kw.com is a location where you can get a lot of help on a lot of different things. So you have command support, you have connect support, you have KW marketplace support, compliance, market center support, anything that you guys need, it's here. I would definitely recommend that you guys take a look at a couple of these help articles. So get started with the KW app. This is the first in the Get Started, or with the KW app series, The Get Started is the first in the series. And this is going to show you guys how to begin working with your KW app. And then from here, it's going to give you additional help resources for your KW app for getting started, customizing, launching, managing relationships. All of that information is here in this first article. So you can see over here, there's some other articles that you can access on the left-hand side. So that is one area that you can go to. The next area that I want to show you is under kwconnect.com, under technology, command your business. So under command your business, it's going to have you the ability to scroll down and see every bit of training that you guys need for every different applet in command. So I'm going to leave this really quick. Just as a reminder, an applet are these little guys on the left-hand side of command, okay? So for every applet of command, there is training around it. In regard to the mobile app, it's going to be under Command Your Consumer Experience with the KW app and sites. So it's like the third one down on the screen. You can learn more. You can get recommended training, all of these pieces right here. And then if you're on a team, they're going to be bringing out some team training on this as well, okay? So here it is, right here. I'm sorry, it jumped down. They do already have a session on team-specific information. I thought they did. So those are a couple of help resources for you. And as always, you guys can reach out to me at any time. I'm happy to help you. Right now, I can do Zoom sessions with you if you need assistance, or I can talk to you on the phone or text or an email. I'm here to help you. I'm still working. I'm still functioning. So I just want to make sure you guys know that you can reach out to me. And I cannot wait to see some of you in person, hopefully in the near future. But stay home, stay safe, and this is a perfect time to start getting these tools put together so that you're ready to deploy them to your consumers. So I hope this first session has been helpful to you. Again, we're going to dive into session 2, which is that third step of the Kelly Guide, and then kind of jump back over and look at the Guide Builder, because the Kelly Guide is going to give you just a broad overview, and the Guide Builder is going to give you a lot more in-depth info. So I'm going to kind of toggle between those and the companion worksheet on session 2. So again, I hope this is helpful to you, and have a wonderful day, and I cannot wait to talk to you soon. Bye.